Your birth month equals where you have to stay for a week. January. The playhouse. This is a large building with massive indoor play structures. There are tunnels, slides, ball pits, and even an area with a large bouncy castle. You can find all these areas by traversing through the tunnels. When crawling through these tunnels, sometimes you will enter small rooms that have snacks and drinks inside. Sleeping is easy here. The bouncy castle is a comfortable place to rest. Between 12 and 3 a.m., the power will shut off, and a man in a bunny costume will enter the play structures. However, he is not trying to have fun. He is looking for you. He will search all throughout the play areas to find you. He even has cameras in some of the tunnels to watch you. Do not let him know where you are. You will know if he is near if you hear giggling or someone mumbling to themselves. February, the underground arcade. This is a massive underground arcade with thousands of different machines. The arcade has 3 different floors, and each floor is enormous. The first floor contains old arcade machines from the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. None of them take coins to play. This floor also contains a food station with nachos, pizza, and various snacks. The second floor contains new generation consoles such as PlayStation, Xbox, and a massive room just for playing virtual reality. The third floor contains interactive games such as basketball hoop machines, bowling, shooting games, air hockey, pool, ping pong, and many other things. Each floor has its own area that has beanbag chairs and couches to rest in, along with board games on the side. You are allowed to bring up to 3 friends while you are here. It is safe. March, the dark tunnels. These are dark abandoned tunnels deep in the Appalachian Mountains. The tunnels are cold and damp. There is no light, but you have a small lantern to guide you. Each direction you take just leads you to more tunnels. Sleeping is nearly impossible, and finding food is extremely difficult. But if you see loose bricks on the wall, there's a chance that a small hidden room with food is behind it. Be extremely cautious while you are here. There is an abomination that constantly slithers within the tunnels. It eats every living thing it sees. If you see or hear it, stay very quiet and keep your light off. It may pass by you, but if it notices you, all you can do is run and hope it loses track of you. April, the scorched forest. This is a forest that recently had a massive fire. Everything has burned and turned to ashes. There is no wildlife left. Sometimes you will come across structures still partially intact. You can look inside them for food, but finding it is rare. Sleeping is difficult here. There is no comfortable place to lie down except for the ashy ground. If you find a structure, you can hope there is a bed inside still intact, but it is unlikely. May, the pitch black house. You are located inside a 3-story home. There are absolutely no sources of light. It is pitch black. However, you have a camera with you. Whenever you take a picture, a small flash of light briefly illuminates the darkness. This can guide you throughout the home. There is food in the kitchen and plenty of beds to rest in. There is no Wi-Fi here, and the electronics don't work. Only your camera does. You must be careful while navigating through the home. Sometimes when you take a photo, there's a chance you'll see a man standing in the corner of the room. If you see him, stay out of that room. Don't go back in unless you're sure he's gone, and try not to take many photos of him. It will provoke him. When entering another room, listen carefully to see if he's there. If you hear heavy breathing, that's how you'll know. June, the abandoned orphanage. This is a children's home that has been abandoned for years. Inside there are many different rooms, including a large kitchen, a living room, a basement, classrooms, multiple bedrooms, and an attic. The power doesn't work, so it is very dark. However, you have a flashlight with a long battery life. The food in the kitchen is mostly expired, but sometimes you will get lucky and find some that is good. This place has an odd phenomenon that causes hallucinations. The first day, they're mild. You might experience a few auditory hallucinations, such as knocking in the distance, but each day, they become more and more vivid. You may see shadows walking by, or see faces in the darkness. By the last day, You won't even know if you're hallucinating anymore. You will see children with black eyes staring at you. Sometimes in the hallway, sometimes from around the corner, and they even watch you from the edge of your bed. Be sure to maintain your sanity. July, the cozy house. This is a home that includes many enjoyable things. The living room has a nice TV and PlayStation with a big comfortable leather couch. The basement has a small arcade with 5 to 6 machines along with VR. The garage is just a giant workout room where you can perform many exercises. And lastly, the back deck has a cozy hot tub. There are plenty of beds to sleep in, and the kitchen is stocked with tons of food. It is safe here. August, the flooding halls. You are inside hallways that stretch for miles. There are many different paths to take. It is slightly cold here. Sometimes the power cuts off and there is no light, but typically it only lasts for 10 to 20 minutes. You have a flashlight with you in case this happens, but it runs out of battery fast. The halls are slowly filling with water. Each hour, it will rise another inch. There is a ladder somewhere that leads to a safe room with plenty of food, a place to sleep and Wi-Fi. But it is very hard to find amongst the tunnels. If you can find it before the water reaches the top, you will be safe. September, the normal house. This is just a completely normal house. There is plenty of food in the kitchen, a few rooms with beds to sleep in, and you have a TV to watch in the living room. Aside from that, you are safe here. Just don't go in the basement. 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 Just don't. October, the long attic. This is an attic to a large building. Some parts of this attic are tall and you can easily walk through them. However, other parts require you to crawl on all fours. Some areas have working lights and some don't. But you can find a flashlight by looking through storage boxes, along with snacks and possibly a sleeping bag. Most of them just contain random items. Each new area you find will contain some kind of doorway leading to the next. Be cautious while you are here. There is a creature called the attic dweller. It is around 6 feet tall and crawls on all fours. It is surprisingly fast. It has pale skin, dark eyes, and long fingers with claws. It is very hostile and abnormally strong. It usually dwells in places with no light, so be cautious entering those areas. November, the flooded forest. The water in this forest is very deep in some places, but shallow in others. Most of the time it is around 3 feet deep. The water is semi-cold, but some areas are lukewarm. Sometimes there will be a small wooden shelter. Some will contain food. Sleeping is nearly impossible. You only have the cold water to lie in. You can see different types of fish swimming below you, but be careful. Some of the fish here are hostile and have sharp teeth. December, the old apartments. This is a 3-story building with an old set of apartments. Each apartment smells musty and has questionable stains on the carpets. The rooms are mildly infested with roaches and some with mice. There is food, but some of the food cabinets have bugs in them or may be expired. There are places to sleep, but a couple of the beds have bed bugs. One of the apartments stick out from the rest of them. They contain odd phenomenons. The air will randomly become much colder. The photos and paintings on the wall will occasionally have a different facial expression. And sometimes at night, you will hear knocking coming from the bathroom mirror. If you notice any of these strange anomalies, you should probably choose another apartment to stay in.